Welcome back to Learning Canadian English, the podcast for newcomers who want to sound like a local. I'm Mike.
And I'm Jen. This is episode 39, and today we are tackling a place you'll visit almost every week, the grocery store.
That's right, Jen. Grocery shopping can be a little intimidating when you're new to a country. The stores are huge, there are so many brands, and you might not know the right words to ask for help.
Oh, I totally remember that feeling. My first time, I spent 10 minutes just looking for soy sauce because I was too shy to ask anyone.
I did the same thing with basmati rice. I walked up and down the same aisle 5 times. So today, we want to make it easier for all our listeners. We're sharing our top 10 English phrases for grocery shopping in Canada.
Exactly. These are phrases that will help you find what you need, ask about prices, and check out smoothly. Ready to get started, Mike?
Let's do it.
Excuse me, where can I find...
The classic. You can use this for anything. Excuse me, where can I find the milk? Or, excuse me, where can I find the pasta?
Right, the excuse me part is very important. It's the polite way to get someone's attention, usually a store employee. You'll see them stocking shelves or wearing a uniform.
That's a great point. And they will usually answer with the aisle number. For example, they might say, it's in aisle 7, or you'll find that in the dairy section at the back of the store.
Perfect. So that's phrase number 1. Excuse me, where can I find? Super useful.
All right, what's next on our list, Jen?
Okay, phrase number 2 is for when you found the right spot, but you don't see the specific item you want. You can ask an employee, do you have any in stock?
Yes. In stock means available in the store. For example, maybe you're looking for a specific brand of yogurt. You could ask, do you have any Greek yogurt in stock?
Exactly. Sometimes the shelf is empty, but they might have more in the back room, which is called the stock room.
Right. An employee might reply, let me check in the back for you. Or they might say, sorry, it looks like we're all out. We should get more on our next delivery.
It's a great way to double-check before you give up on finding your favorite snack.
Moving on to phrase number 3. This one is about money and prices. What happens if you pick up an item, like a fresh vegetable, and there's no price sticker on it? And here's a pro tip for our listeners. If an item is on sale but out of stock, you can sometimes ask for a rain check. What's that, Jen?
A common problem. You can ask, could you tell me the price of this? Or a more casual way is just, how much is this?
You can ask any employee this. Usually someone in the produce section, where the fruits and vegetables are, will have a scale or a scanner to check for you.
That's right. It's much better to ask than to get a surprise at the checkout counter.
For sure. No one likes a checkout surprise.
Okay, let's talk about saving money. Everyone loves a good deal. Our 4th phrase is all about discounts. Is this on sale?
Oh, this is a must-know. Sales are a big part of Canadian grocery shopping. You might also hear people ask, is there a flyer special on this?
Flyer special. That's a good one.
Yeah, most grocery stores have a weekly flyer, which is a small newspaper of all their deals. Sometimes an item is on sale, but the sign on the shelf is missing or wrong.
Right, so asking, is this on sale, is a great way to confirm. The cashier can scan it to check the price. Sometimes they also have a copy of the flyer at the checkout.
And the little tip, most stores in Canada have a scanning code of practice. If an item scans at a higher price than the price on the shelf, you might get it for free or for a big discount.
Whoa, that's a fantastic tip, Mike. I didn't even know that for a while.
Okay, let's head over to the deli counter or the butcher. This is where you buy fresh meat and cheese. It can be a little confusing.
It really can. So our 5th phrase is key here. Can I get a pound of, or can I get a kilogram of?
Right, and this brings up an important point about Canada. Officially, Canada uses the metric system, grams and kilograms. But because we are so close to the United States, many people still use the imperial system, pounds.
That's so true. It's a mix. So you might hear both. You can say, "Can I get half a kilogram of turkey breast?" Or, "Can I get 1 pound of ground beef?" Both will be understood.
A pound is about 454 grams, so just under half a kilogram. The staff at the counter can work with whatever you say, so don't worry about being perfectly precise.
Good to know. Just use whichever unit you're more comfortable with. Sticking with the idea of weights and prices, phrase number 6 is super helpful for bulk foods or items from the deli. It is, "How much is it per 100 grams?"
Yes, this is so important. When you look at the price for cheese or olives or bulk bin items like nuts and flour, the price is often listed per 100 grams.
Right, it can be confusing. The sign might say something like $2.49, but that's not for the whole package. It's for 100 grams of the product.
Exactly. So asking how much is it per 100 grams helps you understand the pricing so you can compare items and manage your budget.
It's a smart shopping question. It helps you avoid thinking something is cheap when it's actually priced by a small weight.
All right, you're at the deli counter. You've ordered your half kilogram of cheese. Now what? The employee will often ask how you want it prepared. Our seventh phrase is for this moment. "I'd like this sliced thin, please."
Or sliced thick, or even shaved. This tells the employee how to cut the meat or cheese for you.
Thin is good for sandwiches. Thick might be for a cheese platter. Shaved is super, super thin.
They might also ask, "How thick would you like it?" And they'll cut a sample slice for you to approve. You can just say, "That's perfect, thank you."
It feels a bit like a custom order, which is nice. Don't be afraid to ask for exactly what you want.
Let's move back to the produce section with all the colorful fruits and veggies. Some items, like apples or potatoes, you just put in a bag. But what about loose items like green beans? This leads to phrase number 8. Do I need to weigh this myself?
That's a really good question to ask. In some stores, you have to weigh your produce, print a price sticker, and put it on the bag yourself before you go to the checkout.
Right, and in other stores, you don't. You just take the bag to the cashier, and they weigh it for you at the checkout. It changes from store to store.
So if you're not sure, just find an employee in that section and ask, "Excuse me, do I need to weigh this myself?" They'll be happy to tell you the store's process.
Saves a lot of confusion and potentially a long walk back from the checkout lane if you did it wrong.
Okay, your cart is full, you've survived the aisles, it's time to pay. Our ninth phrase is about payment methods. Do you take credit? Or the very Canadian, "Can I pay with tap?"
Tap is so common here. It refers to tapping your credit card, debit card, or phone on the machine to pay without entering a PIN. It's fast and easy.
Most, if not all, major grocery stores in Canada will accept credit cards, debit cards, and tap, but sometimes smaller independent grocery stores might have a preference or a minimum for credit card purchases.
That's true. So you can ask, "Do you take credit?" to be sure. Or more commonly, you'll just be asked by the cashier, "Debit or credit," when it's time to pay.
And you just reply with your choice. Simple as that.
We've made it to our final phrase, phrase number 10. You've paid, but now you need to carry your groceries home. The cashier will likely ask, "Do you need any bags?"
This is where our phrase comes in. You can say, "Could I get a bag, please?" Or if you're environmentally conscious, you might say, "No thanks, I brought my own bag."
Right. Bringing your own reusable bags is very common and encouraged in Canada. Also, be aware that most stores will charge a small fee for each plastic or paper bag they give you, usually around 5 to 25 cents per bag.
That's a really important cultural tip. The charge is meant to encourage people to reuse bags and reduce waste.
So, whether you need to buy a bag or you have your own, knowing these simple sentences makes the end of your shopping trip go very smoothly.
Wow, that was a lot of great information, Jen. Let's do a super quick recap of our top 10 phrases.
Great idea. We had, excuse me, where can I find? Do you have any in stock? Could you tell me the price of this? And is this on sale?
Then, can I get a pound/kilogram of? How much is it per 100 grams? And I'd like this, sliced thin, please.
And we finished with, do I need to weigh this myself? Can I pay with tap? And could I get a bag, please?
Perfect. And before we go, we have one bonus tip for our listeners.
Ooh, a bonus tip.
Yes, when you're at the checkout, the cashier might ask you, do you have a loyalty card or do you have a points card?
Ah, that's a huge one. Most big grocery chains have a free loyalty program where you can collect points and get discounts.
Exactly. It's totally free to sign up. You can usually do it right there at the customer service desk or online. It's a great way to save money over time. So if they ask and you don't have one, you can just say, no, how can I sign up?
A fantastic bonus tip. Definitely worth doing.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Learning Canadian English. We hope these 10 phrases, plus our bonus tip, make your next trip to the grocery store a lot less stressful.
That's the goal. Practice them a few times at home and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Canadians are generally very friendly and patient, especially if they know you're learning.
For sure. Thanks for listening, everyone. You can find the transcript of today's episode on our website, learningcanadianenglish.ca.
And be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss our next episode, where we'll be talking about common slang you'll hear in a Canadian coffee shop.
Ooh, that'll be fun. Until then, keep practicing.
Bye for now.